Hi, Joe Cerrone.
And Alan Rosen.
Welcome to CAD-117 in our weekly Zoom classroom meeting.
Hey, Joe, do you want to go over the stuff for student assistants, just to make sure they understand that we're here certain times for them, for the assessors and help?
Of course. So it's getting to that time of the year where projects are starting to get out there and people are getting busy. So we want to make sure that if you need any help, that you know when it's available. And so we have in-person time that students can come and get help at the Skokie campus. This is where we record our Zoom meetings in room P131 between 9 a.m. and 12:30. Thursdays, same location, 2 p.m. to 6 p.m. Fridays we're virtual, so we're online. And so if you need a Zoom meeting, Friday mornings are a good time for that. You can email us and request, and we'll set that up for a virtual appointment. And then Sundays in person, P132, Skokie campus. Module 4 has been released. And so as we look at Module 4, we're going to be looking at dimensioning mechanical drawings. It goes over Chapter 5. We'll submit the drawings to the Detail 2L Dropbox. And what we want to do is we just want to be able to dimension and create standardized drawings according to ASME Y14.5, which is basically goes through American Society of Mechanical Engineers dimensioning standards. And we can take a look at that, but essentially it's how the drawing should be dimensioned for manufacturing. And then some techniques for dimensioning as well. We have 2 drawing labs this week. We have our architectural drawing and our mechanical drawing, and we'll do both of them this week. We have our guest cottage exercise, which is shown right here. It's kind of like that tiny house. I think it's 18 feet. We have windows and doors, some balloons and a window schedule. And that drawing with the dimensions is also in the D2L textbook assignment. I was looking for an overall, but I have to come back to it. There it is. 18 feet by 15 feet. And then it's got a closet. And this is just the room for the bathroom. In later chapters, we'll add the blocks for the bathtub and the toilet and the sink. So that's one assignment. And then the other assignment is mechanical. And so we'll work with this GeoQuick CAD construction of this cam. And then there's 2 parts to it. I don't know why they separated it out. I think it works just fine in one, but where we'll create this Geneva cam with this keyway. And again, we want to be able to create these drawings, and then we want to dimension those per the dimensioning standards. And so as we start to continue on our curriculum and our work, and we look at the lectures in part 1, we're looking at these AutoCAD basics, creating different dimensional standards. And then if we look at the textbook readings, log back in, I think. Nope, I'm good. Look at our learning objectives. This is a very good chapter because it goes through and explains to you the technical terms for drawing and dimensioning and the terminology. And so this is dimensioning text, dimension line, arrowhead, diameter symbol. This would be a leader with a radius symbol or a radial dimension. Then we'll go over some of the fundamentals for creating these mechanical drawings. Working with standards, American National Standards Institute and their recommendations, things like where to place the dimension. This would be considered some of the dimensional styles where we would go and set those up, everything from the text height to the arrowhead. Recommended placement of the dimensions would be you try to place the dimensions on the appropriate views for the best clarity. And then when possible, we try to avoid placing dimensions on the drawing. So poorly placed dimensions, things like putting the dimensions on the part versus something like this, which would be according to the recommended practices, which is a nice, more neat and accurate drawing. And it goes through some other applications in here for different types of dimensioning as far as working within those standards. So we want to be able to have the technical knowledge, like working with ordinal dimensions. These are great for manufacturing on CNC machines. They communicate quickly and clearly. Things like hole features. This would be some GD&T information using the symbols for diameter, a counter bore, and the depth of that counter bore. And then here's a countersink with the diameter of that and the countersink angle. And then we also go through how to create the GD&T symbols as well as them on the drawings. And so the mechanical drawings information is a very good chapter. It also goes through tolerancing. And then the following chapter after that goes through architectural drawings. And so if I zoom ahead just a little bit, mentioning architectural drawings. And then the standards are slightly different for architectural drawings. They're a little bit more artistic. You know, we'll use more CAD standards as we work with architectural drawings. And then some of the references to building information modeling, which would really be more of a Revit, which is a very good program. It's parametric and it's more intelligent. But as we look at the differences, when we have leaders and things, we'll use splines. And here's our drawing that we'll create as we go through and work on our cottage drawing. And so we'll work on those two drawings. Let's go back to the main splash page here. There's the lecture for that. And then the two drawings are located. Here's my architectural drawing. And then here's our mechanical drawing. Put them on the appropriate title blocks, set the viewport scale, draw and annotate the drawings with the dimensions, and place them into the drop box. As we look at the outline of topics, spring break starts next week, so there will not be a Zoom classroom meeting next week. Module 3 is due on March 24th, and then Module 4 is on the 31st. We have student assistants available, and we just continue to build our skills as we go through. We have a video recording on how to create the drawings, and then everybody's been doing a great job getting the drawings in. So enjoy your break, take a little bit of time off. 10 section is all set, so students can go to the Module 4. Here's our PowerPoint lectures, our instructions, the PDF documents, which we've already shown, our prototype drawings for the cottage, and then our web files on how to create these different drawings. Righty, So with that, I'm going to go back to the main splash page. And if you have any questions or need any assistance, be sure to email us. Let us know if you'd like to stop by and enjoy your spring break. Al, anything else that I might want to cover before I stop the recording and we open things up for questions?
No, I think we did an outstanding job, Joe.
Me too. Alrighty, so with that, I'll stop the recording. We'll post the recording for those students not in attendance and have an enjoyable break.